2, 3, 4.
Slavery, genocide, and war.
5, 6, 7, 8.
America was never great.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Slavery, genocide, and war.
5, 6, 7, 8.
America was never great.
We are the Revolution Club. Yesterday, at the Memorial Day Parade, we were right here during their ceremony to honor the troops. And we came in and intervened with the truth that America was never great. This country was founded on crimes against humanity, genocide, slavery, and has expanded through wars of conquest and domination. And we came in the midst of all the celebrations and the honorings of this military and the people who have served in this military. And we said, we don't thank the people who serve this empire. We say to the people who have killed, tortured, raped, and died for this system, for this country, to spread its empire around the world, to those people we say, fuck you for your service. The Revolution Club is getting organized for an actual revolution. Because what this country and what this system does to people here and around the world has not changed and cannot be reformed. It has to be overthrown. And we are getting people ready now for those days when millions can go all out to overthrow this system and bring into being a society where there would not be 800 military bases around the world enforcing this empire's domination of people across the planet. Where there would not be a military that goes around the world slaughtering people, raping women, killing even children, sending drones where people sit in computer rooms and decide who to blow away if there's too many people gathered in a country that they have deemed the enemy. And this is especially important this weekend, with all the flag waving and all the enforced patriotism, including what is coming down from the NFL, where they have gone after the athletes who took the heroic stand to refuse to respect the national anthem, because as Colin Kaepernick said, he would not stand and respect a country where black and brown people are being killed every day by police and there is no justice. And then the NFL comes along to appease Donald Trump, the Fuhrer himself, to pass rules saying that the athletes, who they view as property, are required to stand for the anthem, to respect the flag, under threat of punishment. Well, we say it is absolutely right to disrespect that flag.
That's right.
That's right.
And a lot more people need to break with the enforced patriotism, especially at the time when Donald Trump has assembled a war cabinet, including the warmonger, Bolton, the admitted torturer, head of the CIA. And they are preparing society to go along with the threats of war, including nuclear war against North Korea, against Iran. We don't need to be going along with all the flag waving, America number one, America first. We need to say humanity first.
That's right. Humanity first.
Right.
And tomorrow, when everyone else and too many people will be celebrating the troops, honoring those who have fallen in service of this country, we, the Revolution Club, will be calling out the crimes of America. We will be telling the truth that America was never great. And what we will be remembering is the crimes that this country has committed against people all around the world, including here. And we're going to be inspiring and organizing people with a vision and a plan for how to make a revolution to get to a whole different world, free of wars for empire and domination, free of the constant terror of nuclear holocaust. Humanity is calling on us. The the children being blown away by American bombs, are looking at what you will be doing now. And everybody needs to join us who has a heart and who wants to stand with the people of the world. Come to the 63rd Street Beach on the south side of Chicago and be part of celebrating not this country and its crimes, but celebrating the fight to put an end to the system that is destroying people here and around the world. Now, I want to invite a veteran who came out of this country's military and who broke with all that, who is with us here today to share a message with you. Welcome, Lou.
That's right. I was in the U.S. military, the U.S. Army, during the Vietnam days. Don't thank me for my service. Don't thank any troops for their service. Ask what that service was. Find out. And it's well documented. In Vietnam, look up the My Lai massacre. Hundreds of people slaughtered. And this wasn't a rare thing. This happened again and again. Yes, the U.S. military carries out mass murder. In Vietnam, 3 million people were killed. And yes, many of them were children and babies. With napalm, with massive bombing, carpet bombing, all of that. And in fact, years and years later, after the war in Vietnam, there were still babies being disabled by what the U.S. did by covering that country with chemical warfare, Agent Orange, that caused all kinds of damage to future generations of children. So don't tell me that they care about the children.
Right.
The U.S. is a baby killer through its actions. And those actions have to be carried out by troops. There is no honor in carrying out unjust wars and occupations. There's no honor in throwing people out of helicopters. There's no honor in what you saw in the pictures at Abu Ghraib with torture. That all has to stop. There is no justification, there is no heroism in carrying out orders like that. That's war crimes, not honor. I want to say something about what happened with the NFL players. My first act of rebellion in the U.S. Army was refusing to stand for the national anthem. Me and another soldier in a military theater refused to stand, and we are grabbed and given an Article 15, which is a disciplinary action in the military. But we were right. This is shortly after the U.S. was bombing the dikes in Vietnam. The stories of the devastation, the carpet bombing was clear. We knew that. And then that was added to by the stories of soldiers that came back from Vietnam. Look, this is extraordinarily goddamn dangerous, this worship of U.S. troops. Think about it, on the airplanes, in the schools, on the streets. Thank you for your service. There's a worship, a blind worship. That is the modern equivalent of Sikh heiling they did in Germany. You have to show your loyalty to what this system is and what it does. Especially at a time where, as Noche was saying, the president openly threatens to incinerate a whole country, fire and fury. This is the president that said he feels it's right to assassinate, to execute the family members of suspects. So no one should go along with this. People have to regain their humanity. That is what happened in Vietnam. I was also part of a rebellion of U.S. soldiers who stood up, who refused orders, oftentimes carried out mutinies, developed their own peace treaty with the Vietnamese, and refused to go out in what they call search and patrols. That was righteous, and that's got to continue, and that's got to spread. So again, go to the barbecue, the War Crimes Barbecue, stand up for humanity. Humanity first, not America first. Thank you.
Humanity first, not
Humanity
America
first, not America first.
Humanity first,
Not America first.
Humanity first.
Not America first.
Next up, you're going to hear from Joey Johnson. This is the man whose Supreme Court case, Texas v. Johnson, is what established the precedent that allows people to disrespect the flag. The precedent that allows for burning the American flag. That's right. which is what he did and what a lot more people should be doing. Joey Johnson.
Hey, so I'm proud to be here today with my comrades in the Revolution Club, calling out this Memorial Day obscenity, this fascist worshiping of the troops. Listen, Trump says America first. Truth is, America always has been first. At genocide, at invasions, at massive bombardments, at occupations, at torture, at exploitation of billions of people across the planet. This is a system that requires wars of empire, occupations, torture, horrendous crimes against the people all over the world. This is a system of imperialism that requires this, and it's got to be overthrown. It can't be reformed. Trump said about flag burners that my verdict, the decision of my case in Texas versus Johnson should be overturned, and that flag burners should be jailed for a year or stripped of their citizenship. Now he said about the NFL players who refused to stand for the national anthem that they shouldn't even be in this country. Think about this. This is fascist forced patriotism. It has a direction. There's somewhere they're trying to go with all this. They have wars of empire once again on the agenda. Trump has threatened the people of North Korea repeatedly with nuclear devastation. 25 million people's lives hang in the balance. And Trump has threatened them. Trump has threatened them with the Gaddafi model. If they don't disarm their nuclear weapons, their country could be bombed to rubble, their leader killed. This is hideous. These are war crimes in the making. These are crimes against humanity. Trump has threatened the people of Iran, has torn up the agreement with Iran over their plutonium enrichment program, and is threatening them with nuclear devastation. People have to understand how serious the hour is, how late the hour is. These are all the makings of a pre-war situation, and it's up to us to stop it. We need revolution, nothing less. This whole system of capitalism, imperialism that thrives on these wars for empire has got to be overthrown. And that is what the Revolution Club is about preparing for. And more people need to be part of it, influencing thousands and hundreds of thousands and millions of people and getting ready for the time when we can overthrow this whole system. We got to stand with the people of the world and not with this bloody empire. Thank you.
Before we end, we're going to have a message from Maya of the Revolution Club in Spanish. But just a reminder to everybody who's joined us, yesterday the Revolution Club was right here in the face of their Memorial Day parade honor ceremony for the troops, telling the truth about American crimes. We came in the face of their wreath-laying ceremony and said America was never great, and we don't honor the troops who fought, killed, raped, and tortured for American empire. The only troops we celebrate are troops like Lou, who regained their humanity by refusing to fight for this country and joining with the people of the world to fight against this system and inspire other people to stand up to these crimes. And we're back here today at the very site of that honor ceremony to disrespect the flag again, because this is a flag soaked in the blood of the people of the world. This is a flag that should be disrespected.
Right.
And the troops who died, killed, raped, and tortured for that bloodletting should not be honored. They should be disrespected and told the truth and challenged. And if they want to be part of regaining their humanity, they need to become part of fighting against what they've done.
That's right.
So we were here yesterday, we are here today, but tomorrow we're going to be in the South Side at 63rd Street Beach, having an American Crimes Memorial barbecue, saying America was never great and we need a revolution. But we're going to be bringing people together, not in mindless worshiping of American empire, America first, fuck the rest of the world. We're going to be bringing people together to say humanity first. We're going to be bringing people together to get organized, to get ready for a revolution, to make the revolution that humanity needs to get free from this system. So finally, I want to welcome Maya of the Revolution Club.
En esta semana, cuando millones celebran los trupas, gente celebran los horrores que han hecho y continúan a hacer en el mundo. Las tropas de Estados Unidos asaltan sexual a las mujeres y a niños, torturan, asesinan y bomban a país, devastar gente inocente para su imperialismo. Trump dijo que si Norte Corea no cumple con él, lo van a asesinar y devastar el país con armas nucleares. Estas acciones en Irán acotar a la gente. Las tropas de monstruos comiten guerra como sanguinario gángster. Nosotros en el Club Revolución estamos organizados ahorita preparar a la gente para una revolución concreta, para derechar este sistema a lo más pronto posible. Para derechar este sistema tenemos el plan, tenemos la ciencia y tenemos el líder de Bob Avakian, que es el líder de la revolución comunista. Y ahorita lo que necesitamos son a ti, a todas las gentes que está escuchando. Necesitamos a gentes que sean revolucionarios con este plan para que seguimos a los millones de gente que no le gusta lo que está pasando en este mundo, en este tiempo. Ahorita estamos diciendo que no vamos a celebrar este momento cuando las gentes están celebrando a estas tropas que hacen terrores a las gentes millones en el mundo. No, estamos diciendo que necesitamos una revolución concreta y tenemos ese plan, la ciencia y el líder, y necesitamos a gentes que vengan con nosotros. Estamos enlistando para hacer esa realidad. Porque no tenemos que vivir en este mundo, podemos vivir en otro mundo. Y eso es posible. Ese mundo donde las gentes se tratan como humanas. Cuando una gente no se dice que son inmigrantes. Eso es una cosa que se realiza, pero tenemos que derechar este sistema. Y aquí es donde tú tienes que enlistarte con nosotros y hacer esta realidad.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Slavery, genocide, and war.
5, 6, 7, 8.
America was never great.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Slavery, genocide, and war.
5, 6, 7, 8.
America was never great.
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 Man, that was a great press conference.
Yeah.
I mean, it was